morning. We're out here at the urban farm today, and we're actually in the office because half of farming is planning. One of the ways we make planning easier, I'm going to show you 3 different ways, but this is how I plan for the next growing season. This is my planting calendar. And so in it, basically what I have is my seeds that I want for next season. I have the beds. They're all labeled and numbered so I know which one that I'm going to be putting them in. And I have my trusty planting calendar from my extension office. I have a notepad in here, and then I usually keep a book so in case I want to take this outside, I can make notes on it and then have it all in one spot. What I start with is first the map of which planting area I want to be in, and then I will, with pencil, because I will change my mind at some point, write in what I want there, and then I pull those seeds and I put them in picture organizers, and then I can put the seed there. When I go out, I take this whole book with me, I plant it, I put the seed packet back in there, so that one, I know it was in there, I can see like the dates on it, what the planting instructions, all of that information. So this is one of my most handiest organizational tools, is I spent a little bit of time at the kitchen table, figure out what I want to plant, put it all in one spot, and then take it out to the garden with me. The second binder that I usually have with me is my documentation. So when you're going down certain rabbit holes, you're playing on your phone or on your laptop and you're researching certain things, I will actually print that off and I slip it into this binder. And what happens then is that I end up having a binder full of all of the resources that I find super informative. So like I found this planting calendar many years ago, but it's no longer on the website anymore. You can't find this calendar, but I find this one useful. So I make sure that I print it off. And then I have it in here ready to go when I want to look up companion planting, quick, ready to go. I don't have to try to find that website again. I also keep a couple different planting calendars because as seasons change, as everything gets a little bit different, it's nice to refer back to a couple different experts. And then I also have in here other things like I have the zoning information on community gardens. I have like the 10 steps to a successful veggie garden. And what that does is it gives me a reference point to remember, but it also gives me a great book to be able to give to anybody who's helping me in the garden, because I can then show them diagrams right then and there. The other thing too is I keep this on my desk, and as I am printing things off, instead of it just getting lost somewhere in the chaos that is life, I simply just throw it in this binder, and then when I have a little extra time, like when I'm doing my seeds, I can then organize it into this binder. So I have all of this in here, and then I do also have little packets that I make up so that when people are helping me in the garden, I can actually give them a takeaway as well, so that they can go and start their own binder. And my third is this gardener. Well, it is for us here in the western states and our territories. So this one works basically for like Oregon, California, Nevada, Utah, Colorado. If you look at the USDA zoning, we have just moved down to, we were in 9B, and I think we're in 10A now. And that's basically going on about how cold it gets here. The difference in this one is that if we look at the state of Arizona, right here, we have multiple zones. So here, when we're looking at Metro Phoenix, we have, the zone 13, but if we go an hour in any direction, it's a different zone, and an hour and a half, it's a different zone. And that basically not just looks at our chill hours, but also our heat as well. So when somebody's like, yes, you can grow these apples in Arizona, Well, yeah, you probably can, but Arizona is a huge state. So we might be able to grow those apples in, the outer limits of the metropolitan area, but maybe not in the metropolitan area. So what we do is then we know our zone. Phoenix is zone 13. We can then look up what we're looking for, and it's in alphabetical order, like an encyclopedia. It tells you the zones that it's actually grown in. So this is can be grown in zone 13. It tells you what kind of sunlight it likes. So whether it's a full sun or a filtered sun, regular watering cycles, and then a little bit about this plant. So this is a great way if you're introducing yourselves to new plants and you're not sure, is to just kind of check it out and see if you're in the proper zone and what you need to grow with it. So this is also another really, really handy book. And then it does come with a bunch of helpful growing tips in the back that's just great for the beginning gardener to get to know and understand. So those are the 3 key pieces that I have to start your garden and start urban farming right away.